One of the ways you can edit audio is by using filters. In order to access the filter, you can go into the effects panel right here, and you can go into filter right here. Or alternatively, what you can do is you can go over here and then go for filter and EQ. This is the non-destructive way of adding in the effects right there. So I'm gonna go into filter and EQ right there, and from FFT filter right here, I'm gonna click it, and you can see that the preset is custom right now. Let me just go into default, which is a straight level band. So let us hear how that sounds now. So now what you can do is you can adjust the filter. So over here, this is the filter, and what I want you to know that these over here, these are the low bands, that is less than 100 Hz right here. This is 1 kHz and more than 1 kHz right here. The sharp sounds are right here. By default, all of them are set equally by this band right here. In order to change that out, I'm just gonna focus on hearing out the lower bands first. So I just want to hear the lower hertz of the sounds right here. In order to do that, I'm gonna click here, which brings a point, and I'm going to click another point right here so I can bring this down. So now what happens is that only this part of the spectrum is heard. So I'm just going to bring this down as well. Let us hear how that sounds. So you can hear just the bass right there. So I can increase this out just like that. I'm going to bring this down, and now what I want to do is I just want to hear the middle bands right here. So let us hear that out. Sounds like a radio. So I can also bring this down right here, and then I'm going to increase this one. Okay, so I'm gonna increase this one right here. Just bring this down, drag this up right here, and then drag this over here. Let me just drag this point down. If I want to delete this, just click and drag, and the point will be deleted just like that. So I'm gonna click and drag right there. So let me just play that out. So you can hear that the audio is very, very sharp right now. So what you can do is, let's say I want a combination of the low bands right here and the high bands. I don't want much mid bands. So what you can do is you can have a setup like this, and let us hear how that sounds. So if I were to play it and move it around, you can hear the sound change. So that's how the bands work. So you can hear the lower frequencies, the higher frequencies, or the mid frequencies right there. There are also presets that you can choose from, like C major triad. So let us hear how that sounds. And you can hear something like on hold. Sounds much more like a radio. There's also underwater deep type of a sound. And there's underwater shallow. Underwater sound right there. There's mastering, heavy and narrow, and different level of effects. So you can just choose the type of audio that you want, and then simply apply it and work with the spine. I really like to work with the spine curve itself because this gives me much more control over other settings that we have in the effects. So that is how you can work with filters inside of Adobe Audition. So hope you guys learned something as always, and as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.